Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today, we'll be breaking down how I actually create these themed lessons that I'm often referencing in all my videos. Hope you enjoy. Alright, this is going to be a very ambitious video. I'm going to show you all how I build these themed lessons from scratch. So, before we went fully hybrid and whatnot, I started doing a lot of reading in the Google Suite and Google Classroom. So, Slides Mania is your best friend if you're trying to build a theme lesson and you don't want to be overwhelmed. Go to this website, it's all free. Everything transfers into Google Slides or PowerPoint if you're strictly a Windows user. So we'll go to Fun. You can check out all these pre-made slide decks. This is how I started. So I just kind of thought about what skill I needed the students to take away and demonstrate for me. And then you would build within that theme that's already prescribed for you, which is great. You got some underwater themes. This came in really in handy when I was working on yearbook and advisory. Man, ooh, find the treasure. So we'll start with this jungle one because I actually use this one in my lesson. So scroll down a little bit, open in Google Slides. Make sure you're signed in under the account that you want to be using when you open it, and it's going to automatically push it in for you. Click Use Template, and then it's going to populate it so you can edit it, which is awesome. And so, you can go up to the title, call it the date, Jumanji. And so what I did was I made this all about the 5 themes of geography. So you can start editing it. Put something like insert name here. And so on and so on and so on. But what the beauty of this is, you can start deleting slides you don't need. So slide 22, for example, this is great if you're working on PD for staff so they can kind of see your resources. Students don't need that. I don't need credits. Do I want them to have these editable icons? Probably not. And then you can start dropping in your own info. So I was like, well, I want them to find the the crystal skull or the Jumanji stone, whatever it is. And so you can start looking up things. And you can just start personalizing it a little bit. So you're like, ooh, okay. Let's grab this image and make these a little more engaging for the students. So I started adding in backgrounds, I started putting in quotes, I started putting in cutscenes. Cutscenes are really what make these themes go. So I'll show you how I build the little check-in slide. So say students are working through this, I embed a bunch of tasks, whatever. Okay, so now when they get to this slide, they've completed whatever tasks you put in. I'm gonna have them check in with me. And this is where YouTube comes in handy. So I might do like, welcome to Jumanji.
She's my boss. I want to quit, but I clearly have no options. Didn't you say you want to get your mustache waxed?
So you can see the characters here.
Look and sound. Only Shelley must be short for Sheldon. What are you talking about?
Oh my god, he's right.
And you're...
This is a great one.
Whoa.
Right. Dr. Bravestone, I am writing to you regarding the desperate situation in Jumanji. We need your help at once.
So I'm going to copy and paste this link, and what I'm going to do is embed it into the slides. So now students can click on this and they know if I'm helping someone else, they can watch this, kind of sets the stage, buys me a little time. I can add in a picture of Nigel here. So that's how I started building these theme decks, was just using the Slides Mania. But then I took it a step further. So let's just close out of this, give it a fresh start. And coming up next, I'll show you how I now do it from scratch. Hey, part 2. So time to build. Oh, so you can see I have an example up. I really like this one. Had a lot of success with it. Theme to Uncharted. Fortune favors the bold. Embedded videos in it. Added in cool little Easter eggs. Set the stage. Have contents for them. Background knowledge. All this good stuff. Interactive maps. Check-ins with the videos. Links. Place to create. But it's important to show you how I actually do this because this wasn't easy to learn. And so I always just start with something that's kind of been going on in my mind. A lot of times I was theming my videos to, or my videos, my slide decks to what I had just been doing. So Pirates, I was watching Black Sails, Jumanji, just watched the movie. And then I chose a theme that kind of went with a lesson. And then as I got more comfortable with it, I started doing lessons just to any theme that I wanted to build that the kids were into, regardless of the skill I needed. So I start with a blank one. What I immediately do is clear this slide. And then I always title my task by the date, but if you're going to build a template that you're going to use for multiple times, maybe you just title it that. So let's go with Spider-Man. So Marvel Universe. Students love that. Now, from here, I could add slides and I could start adding in backgrounds and things like that. But then students can edit them. So if I insert a text box here and I'm like, Spider-Man. Web crawling experience. A student can edit this. I don't want that. So when I go to build themes, I'm going to clear all these slides and I immediately go to slide, edit master. When you edit the master of a slide deck, these components cannot be changed. So the master slides is one at the very top, kind of off-centered. I'm going to clear this one, keep it blank, and then I never do anything with it. I found kind of weird templates show up when you're editing this one. Then what I'm going to go down is I'm going to delete all these other slides except the first one. Then I'm going to clear this text and this little number icon on the bottom. Command C, and I'm going to paste it a bunch of times. And I'm always going to make sure I leave at least one blank slide so that way when the students need to add slides, they have a blank one. So now I'm going to go hit up that Google machine. And I'm just going to start checking out some backgrounds, see what sticks out to me. I don't really have a topic in mind yet. Maybe I want them to do something with geography, maybe economics, but it's going to be some sort of adventure. But the trick is to find backgrounds that have a lot of space where you can still add in words and other features. Like this is a great one. So I'm going to command copy this image, drop it on the slide, size it, boom. So now, for example, if I click out of this and I go to add my slides, look at all these blank ones I have, but then boom, this, see, I can't move this. It's in the background. I'm going to delete that for now. Go back to my edit master. So I got one Spider-Man. Let's kind of keep looking around, seeing what I like. Ooh, this one's epic. Got some dark Spidey going on. And I just start building all these backgrounds. Oh, it's got some junk at the bottom, so you can crop that out. Stretch it just a little bit. But what's going to happen as you start adding in different text, you're probably going to notice that things aren't always going to show up the way you envisioned. So here's a cool tip you can do. Those are all kind of blurry. Oh, this is a cool one. So I usually build about 10 of these or so. Crop out some of this junk. Okay, but now if I add a slide, so the black background's perfect. I can insert a text box, and you could also build this into the master, so then students can't edit it. But maybe I want them to, so it'd be like insert name here. So when the student opens the slide, they got this. Then you can put the learning targets in there. But what happens if I add in a background that's has a little more going on? Here's a sweet tip for everyone. So say you do want a really busy background, just because it fits some sort of theme that you're doing, maybe right here. So you get Spider-Man with a different suit on, because maybe you're talking about the way people change, interact in the world. So let's get this one on here. But you don't want to add text to this. It's going to look a little off. It's going to be hard to read. So what I like to do while I'm in the edit master mode is insert a shape and put a square over the whole image. Then fill the square in black, change the transparency. Now with this nice shade over it, you can add text and it's easy to read. So now I'm starting to build my theme. I'm starting to piece things together. And then after you get 10 or so slides that you like, the backgrounds, maybe you have some that are just of the city, which would be really cool. You can decide what text boxes you want in the master and which ones you want actually editable. And then what I like to do is delete all of the blank ones except one, in case a student wants to add a blank slide for any reason. See? So you can delete all these. Now I'm going to decide what my theme is. So it's the gray one with the phone. Insert a text box. I like to make things nice and even. And then you can go and download more fonts. There's actually a Marvel font, which is really cool. Get nice and centered, bold it, make the font bigger. So it'd be like web adventure. And then you can copy and paste this so you have the same font ready to go. You shoot it over here, delete all that, make the font smaller, start entering your learning targets, central question, relevance, anything you need. Fill this out. It's got a nice little intro slide. And then to get kids really involved, go to that YouTube.
A single pellet can safely store
Get some sort of footage where he's becoming Spider-Man. Here's the intro, Andrew Garfield one. You can kind of see him, he's testing things out. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to copy and paste this link. And it's like, start adventure here. Students will click that, get to watch a cool little video. Make sure you approve it. And that kind of gets them rolling. Then you can add more slides, add in some tasks, add in some brain pop videos, add in some reading, all that good stuff. And then by the time you get down to like the 5th or 6th slide, then you can add in more videos that go with your lesson, but might not be as directly involved. And this is great to buy you time while you're checking work. So I'm going to go back and get my similar font, paste this in, go white for this one so it's easy to see. And I don't need this video. Be like, check in. And then click here, a cutscene. That way, if you're helping someone else, the student gets to the check-in spot, they have something to do. So I'll put in like the Spider-Man theme song. Give them a little throwback here. Oh, ads. Gotta pay for YouTube. So that's fun. Insert that link here. So students know they can take a break and watch something. And I make the videos all the same color throughout a slide deck. And you can just keep adding slides as you go. And if you need to add more variety, go up to slide, edit master. And then boom, I have a Spider-Man theme. You can make a copy, entire presentation. So let me show you a finished product. It's one of the most popular ones I did. So when students get this slide deck, they press start here. Takes them to the intro of a video game. So the game starts. It's wild. It's wild. Game of the year.
What's going on? That's my blood. That's my blood. It's a lot of my blood.
Kids are watching this, they're immediately engaged. They haven't played this game, it's a little before their time. 07, 08 maybe? They're like, who's this guy? Why is he hanging upside down in the train? What is going on? And you're creating so much engagement right now from just a simple cutscene. So then they go back. Fortune favors the bold. They're like, okay, hey, let me see. How'd I get here? And then there's a little letter from Nathan Drake. He's the character of the game. And he's a descendant of Sir Francis Drake in this fictional world. Then what I've also started doing with the theme slide decks is creating content so students know what to do on each slide. They love this overarching guide right away. And I have the learning targets, all that good stuff. If admin rolls in, like, hey, why are you even doing this? So you can justify it right there. Boom, got a little short reading for them. They have to annotate the text, start writing. I loaded in a map. So this way they could draw the circumnavigation of the world. A lot of them didn't realize you just draw a line straight across. But hey, they did the research. And then check-in. So they know these are the things I'm looking for. But they can click here and watch a little video from the game. A little throwback.
Grammarly can help you write quickly and confidently, so you never have to slow down at work. Stay on top of...
Gold statue. Weight,
Boom.
20 arrobas.
Throwback to the original game. They're kind of just seeing what it's about. Like, man, he's like Indiana Jones. But right here, I linked the original company, first Easter egg. So Naughty Dog is the company that made the game. Some students figure that out. They love the Easter eggs and lessons. It's a great way to differentiate without creating other tasks. And then they had to gather some gear, did a little shopping and research, $500, talking very basic economics here, and then they created something. So it was a really simple theme that they loved. So I'll share this one in the show notes below. And let me know if you need any other videos. Hey, be nice people.